Hands on that. Right, back to the magazine. So busy already. Lots of you getting your hands on it. It's going to be a very busy show. But right, Leanne, over to you.
Oh my word, Crafters Inspiration is absolutely the magazine to have in your stash, because it is packed with, exactly as it says, inspiration, and our free gifts are always second to none, because you don't get piddly little examples of free gifts in our magazines. You get full-sized good old products in here. So I've emptied the box out. I like to keep my boxes and I've got them all on a shelf. We've got the magazine, we've got to create a kite die, which I think is really lovely and very usable and different to what you might have seen before. I think this is going to be relevant for so many different makes at home. We've got a fabulous stencil here for you to create lovely clouds and backgrounds for your makes. We're going to have a look at that too. And then you've also got this really lovely stamp set where we can see we've got a little bike with a little basket on. We've got some bunches of flowers, some lovely little butterflies, nice little sentiments. Hello there, sending love, birthday wishes, enjoy the ride, new beginnings. And then we've got some foliage as well. So really lovely, good quality freebies. They're freebies.
Oh,
We're just giving them to you free of charge.
Absolutely. And, you know, also, don't forget as well, that downloadable element, 807, more than 870 downloadable elements. That's awesome. Now, I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to computers and all of that sort of stuff. Is it easy to access all of these downloads, Leanne?
Oh, yes. You just go to the link on the website, you can click and you go download, and it puts it on your computer, and then you craft with it.
Easy peasy.
Could not be easier. We make it very simple. Now, I thought, do you want to have a little sneaky peek at what you can expect to see in the magazine?
Yeah, please.
There's always a welcome from our gorgeous Sarah Davies. And then look, here's an example of some of the projects you're going to be able to make. Really beautiful, cute little examples. The little kites there, you can see the bikes. We're going to have some colouring masterclasses. Just some very different things that you can do. New for you, your craft kit. We've got a community page in here. We've got lots, 10 ideas here. We've got what's on our calendar, colouring, scrapbooking, digital crafting, mixed media. My word, it's absolutely cram-packed with fabulous things. And you can see we always go with what our favourite crafters and our real experts that you're used to seeing. Nicole Bretherick, I will hands down say, if there was an award for the best crafter in the world, Nicole Bretherick would win it.
She's very talented, isn't she?
She is uber talented and exceptional. Nicole Bretherick is the lady who had the idea for the Precious Memory album, if we remember talking about that, and she works with us, and she is the absolute queen of colouring. She is phenomenal. And I think you can see that from the examples here. I mean, look, who wouldn't want to be creating beautiful shaker cards like this with the colour, and then really pretty pastel little arrangements like that with the freebies in the mag.
If you just divided the cost of the magazine, full price in the UK, £9.99, by the amount of projects there are in here, 13 pence per project. That is without even starting to incorporate the cost of all of the free gifts that you get in here. 13 pence a project. It's such incredible value.
Gosh, yes, I hadn't even thought about that. That's fantastic. Look at this. I thought maybe we were just having a moment. But look at these projects. These are from the digital downloads, Craig. You're not Craig, you're Joe. Craig has done the projects, which is why I called you Craig, even though I know you're Joe. And look at these. Digital download, they're not any regular digital download. They're really well thought through, high quality crafting elements for you to be using at home. Absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you're buying this magazine, you don't want to have all of the spoilers, do you? But basically, fabulous detail in here for lots of 3D, lots of masterclasses in here, beautiful designers, really well-known crafters from the industry, offers in here as well for you if you wanted giveaways. Just incredible. Oh, a little bit of creative colouring from yours truly in there to help you out as well. Why not? With digi-stamps, also downloadable. Just really fantastic, Joe. It's cram-packed. You couldn't have a more quality magazine, which is all thriller and no filler.
Absolutely, it is, and it's very, very busy already on the website for this. 10% gone already just in the first, 7 minutes of this show. Remember, you're getting the magazine. 13 pence per project, just if it was the projects you were paying for. But remember, you're going to get dies in here, as you always do. You are, of course, going to get stamps in here as well. I love this die set. I mean, you'd easily play $7.99, $9.99 just for the die set on its own. So you've got these dies included, so 9 dies in there for you. You've then also got as well the stamps in here as well. So there's the gorgeous dies. There are your stamps, and you've got your stencil included in there as well. You get all of it in there, plus the free download of over 870 elements as well. And it's not like a download situation where you have to construct things like on a program and then, you know, make it and then like design it and print it out. It's just click print technology. You click, you print, it prints, then you craft with it, just in the same way that you would if we'd actually physically included all 870 elements for you. The thing is, if we had to send you 870 elements, it would cost a fortune. And the other bit is your favourite bit. How often with a paper collection, the paper collections that we bring you, Leanne, like the Hunky Dory collections, for instance, right? They're awesome, aren't they? You get 2 sheets of each, 24 sheets, you get 24 designs, 2 sheets of each. How quickly do you use your favourite sheet?
Oh,
a couple of weeks. It's gone, isn't it?
Well, immediately, as soon as it arrives home and I've made a card that I want to make, the favourite sheet's gone.
Absolutely.
I've used it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. When you get a digital download, it's awesome because you just, that favourite sheet, you click print, click print, click print. It's never going to run out. You never need to save any of it for best. It's absolutely awesome. And you can print it all out if you want to, or you can just print off the bits you want. If you had to go and buy a digital download, or if we were standing here selling you a USB key that had over 870 elements, I've sold them in previous companies, we'd be selling you just that element for more than £9.99 or £19.95. £8 if you're a platinum member in the UK, $16 if you're a platinum member in the US. However you look at it, the value is absolutely off the charts. Why over 10% of our launch stock has already gone. Lots of you chatting away today as well. Shadai saying hello one and all. Good morning again everyone. Checking in from New Jersey, says Aisha. Fred says hi from windy California. Monica saying hi, Joe and Leanne. Love you both together. So much fun. I love it when we're both together as well. Mary says hi to everyone at CTV. Stephanie letting me know that she's watching on her cell phone when I get the chance. Not on HSN at the moment. More interested in what's going on Crafters TV. Wow. You wait till I grass you up with Sarah later. I won't, I promise, Stephanie. Stephanie Theodos on Facebook, if you're watching this back, Sarah. No, I'm joking. Evelyn says, good morning from beautiful Colorado. Just ordered my magazine. What a great deal these are. They are. Do you know what I'd love to know? I'd love to know if you've been collecting the magazines, how many have you got? This is issue 29. I'd love to meet someone, Leanne, that's got the full collection. I reckon they must be out there, don't you?
Oh, they've got to be out there, haven't they, Joe? I'm sure there is. If you've got... let's have magazine selfies. Show us all your magazines. Show us your pile.
Oh, let me just think about how I'm going to say this without it sounding wrong.
Magelfi?
Magelfi. That's like me and Miguel's. That sounds like me and Miguel's having a selfie.
About a Melfi?
A Melfi. It's very close to something else, so no. Let's go for magazine selfie. How about that?
Oh, okay. It's a bit of a mouthful. It's a bit of a mouthful, though. I feel we need an acronym. Let's have a think about it. Send us your ideas for what we're going to call a magazine selfie.
Well, it could be a cover selfie, so
boring.
Yeah. Okay.
Boring.
Work on it. I mean, you look. We've got the most interactive audience in the whole of crafting, the whole of the crafting kingdom, Leanne. So no doubt they are going to come up with names and pictures to send to us as well. Also, Cheryl emailed us a telfie in our earlier Craft Vault show earlier. We didn't get a chance to show it, and it's Cheryl, our resident delivery driver from Niagara. So we need to have a little look at that as well later in the show too. Right.
Niagara as in falls.
Sorry.
Niagara as in falls.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're glamorous here.
So glamorous.
TV, aren't we?
Yeah, but do you want me to? Shall I shatter it or shall I?
Yeah,
I think is it Niagara or is it? What's the other one that's? You got the waterfalls and then you got the other one that's the hole. The Grand Canyon. That's it. The waterfall. What? It's it's a crater.
I don't think I've ever known somebody describe the Grand Canyon as a hole.
But it is a hole. It really, not a hole as in it's an awful place. I mean, it's a hole in the ground, isn't it?
Stop while you're ahead. You're digging a hole, darling.
It's one of them. I think it's Niagara Falls. It looks beautiful. It's one of those places that looks incredible from a certain angle. So have you ever seen have you ever gone on the internet, Leanne, and put in like the alternative view of lots of monuments around the world? The pyramids are my mum was absolutely outraged that there was a KFC next to the pyramids. She said it completely ruined the illusion for her. She said she just couldn't imagine, Tutankhamun munching on a bargain bucket.
She's absolutely right. The other one that really upset me, and I've always wanted to go, but somebody sent me the alternative view, exactly as you've said there, was the Taj Mahal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the same apparently. I still do want to go to the Taj Mahal very, very much. Let me know about your favourite alternative views. But no, we really want to know how many of you have got all of the magazines or how many you've got. Let me know. I know that Leanne is desperate to demo this for us, so I'm going to hand back to Leanne. I'm going to get gossiping in these comments, Leanne.
Good, I'm pleased to hear it. I'm just working out which side I want to use. I'm working this side. So we're going to have a look. This is what we're going to be making, because I really think that's just a pretty, happy little card with lots of dimension, made entirely with the freebies coming in with your magazine.
I did not think about using the stencil and the die together. I don't know why. Looking at it now, it makes so much sense.
Of course, clouds and a kite. Marriage made in heaven. So your stencil has lots of different ways of being used, and we're going to have a look at several of the different ways and then actually make a card with one of them. But what you'll notice is, and I'm going to get a darker piece of card so you can see it, the top of your stencil has been shaped to give you that cloudy outline to be able to do the stacking clouds like this, and you've got two different shapes, one on either side, so you can use them together or independently. And then you've got all of these little cloud outlines, and a lot of the time when we're doing stamped cards and doing our backgrounds with Harmony, what have you, and we're doing little clouds, a lot of you are always in touch saying, but how do I get the clouds to look so perfect? So we thought, well, let's just give you a little stencil in the magazine for free, so that you can keep it and use it, not just for this, but for all of your scene stamping and for all of your backgrounds when you want to do skies.
Awesome.
Very easy to use. What I've done is I've just sprayed a little bit of our stick and spray on the back there just to stop it sliding around, to keep it still.
Could we pop that through as an embossing folder with the embossing mat and the Gemini if we wanted to, yeah?
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
Absolutely, with any stencil you can do that. And I've done that just to keep it still while I'm adding my ink. However, if you haven't got stick and spray, what you can do is just tape it with a little bit of repositionable tape down the side and create a hinge. And that will keep it still too. And that's so you get a nice crisp line here, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So we're going to go with a nice dark parakeet deep sky top, and you can see there that's got a lovely parakeet in the background there, hasn't it? What I like to use is my daubers. So you can see I've got my dauber, and then I'm just going into the ink and rubbing that straight onto the card. And because it's a pigment ink, I think we've got a good deal on those, Joe, I think.
Oh, yes, got an Explorer kit on the show as well. I'll take you through that again in a few minutes. In the Explorer kit, you get the cardstock that you need. You also get some of our best colours as well in there, Leanne. You're going to get pink tulip, grasshopper, jet black, crushed velvet, parakeet, honey pot. You get some Nina cardstock, and you also get some stamps in there as well. Platinum members, £28 or $40. An absolute bargain, that one.
That's phenomenal. And the colours I'm using here are in that Explorer kit. So exactly as I'm doing here, if you get that Explorer kit to work with your magazine, you're going to be able to do exactly this.
How fabulous.
So you see, I've started with my lovely, strong parakeet blended background with my pigment ink. I love to use pigment for this because you get a much deeper, because it's opaque, you get a much deeper representation of colour than you do with a Harmony Water Reactive.
I think they're my favourite ink pads. I know we shouldn't have, favourites, and I'm sure it'd be asking. You've only got one child, so it's all right for you. You don't have to pick. Not having to pick favourite children, it's fine. But I'd imagine ink pads probably not that far away, Leanne. Could you possibly pick a favourite?
Harmony Water Reactive, just because they're my first love.
Right. Okay.
Because they're the first range we brought out for you. But if it was going to be, Joe, the range that you could do the most versatile stuff with,
yeah.
I think you're right, pigment. You can do the most. You can do the most with pigment because you can see here. I've done a blended background.
So not that obviously, you know, not in a hypothetical world that didn't involve Mrs. C, we'd be looking at a first husband, second husband situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
We would.
I'm there
First
with
husband,
it.
husband situation.
In a parallel universe that didn't involve Mr. Chivs, of course.
Yes, of course, because you know Mr. Chivs, he's perfect.
He is.
And so I'm moving it down a little bit, just clearing my throat. Moving it down a little bit and moving the stencil across so I get a variation in the clouds. Now, just before I do that, what I want to do is just show you how to get this effect with the white cloud and the ink below. So you would move the stencil down exactly where you had it before, and then get your different colour of ink with a different dauber. Again, this ink is in your kit, tiny bit of ink, and then what you do this time is you blend where the stencil is, but you don't go right to the top.
That makes so much sense now.
And you can blend up a little bit, but it leaves you a halo, and that's what gives you that lovely shine, as if there is a halo, as if the sun's shining through, and allows you to get that layering effect, and before you move on to the next shape. So there we go, and you see that has created the little halo effect.
Love
Starts to look really 3D, doesn't it? Now you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm just going with a little wet wipe and taking that colour off, and then with a little bit of towel. If you've got your apron and your cloth, just use your apron and your cloth at home. And that's just so I don't get colour contamination with the next colour that I want to do. So now that I've done the initial sky, I've done my halo for the clouds, my shadow, now I can move this along and have a different shape underneath.
Love
which
that.
I'm going to do with, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to pop it there. And then I'm going in with the purple again. Okay? So, and I'm going to blend out what I've got here.
Awesome.
So I'm going in with the same colour purple. I'm going over the top. It's going to blend that out, but it's going to keep that halo that I had in, but I'm just covering it over. If there's a little shadow, it doesn't matter because you're getting all the different depths of clouds there. And that's fine because, you know, clouds do overlap each other in the sky.
I mean, sometimes all there is cloud in the sky.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just one big old cloud.
I haven't seen the sun for about 2.5 months now.
Oh. Now,
Do you know Ben has never seen the sun in the northeast?
Has he not?
Every time he comes up, it's been so raining and overcast. Like, he hasn't ever seen a ray of sunshine beat down in the northeast. And he's worked here for months now.
That is hilarious.
Like months.
Yeah, so it's like we put the sun away when Ben comes.
Yeah, we do. We pack it
away.
away.
The sun away. Do you know what? In the northeast, it's glorious in the sunshine.
Always basked in sunshine. Some people, you know, call it the Costa del... Trying to think of a good name that works with Costa del. Come back to me.
Costa del County Durham?
Costa del County Durham. Yes, Leanne, that is why you're paid the big money right there. Costa del County Durham.
That's what we
Costa
are.
del Coundon. There we go, there's another good
Coundon,
one.
There's another good one. That's another good one. Now, I'm going to do exactly the same again. So I'm going to move my stencil along, but a little bit further down and go with a lighter colour. So you see how I've kept the halo. And you can do it, you can decide on the depth of your halo.
I love the way you say that word.
Halo.
Halo. I love it. Yeah, it's great.
You can decide to have a big halo or a little halo.
Right.
It's entirely up to you. Okay, so we're just going to pick another colour now. Let's go light pink. Should we? I think you've got a nice pink in that collection as well from memory. So I'm going to pick another dauber here, and you're just moving the stencil down.
Yeah,
as you can see here.
Pink tulip in that collection.
Sorry?
You're getting the pink tulip in that
Pink,
collection.
that's the one I've got, pink tulip.
Well, that's handy. It's like we planned it, isn't it?
Oh, you'd think I'd thought about it, absolutely. And I'm just blending that again up to here, but then I'm not going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to keep my halo in place. And so you see, by doing that, what I do is I take the pressure off and I just do little whispering, which blends the line out, and gives you that lovely little halo in place, gives you that lovely soft line. And I want you to do that so you can see the difference depending on what you want to do.
It looks like it's going to be an absolutely glorious day in Costa del Camden. If you're looking at that, you've got that sky at night. You'd be excited. You'd be that's being excited about the sky. You're excited.
You would be excited.
You're excited about the day that is ahead. Absolutely.
Absolutely, you are. So there we go, and then we peel that off, and you see how we just keep building this up. It just really is incredibly easy to do. And then I'm going to do one final one here. I'm going to keep with the pale pink because I think I've got enough moody up here going on. Come down and put the pink again. Again, don't go all the way to the top. Keep your little halo for your clouds. And when you want to smooth that out, so you haven't got a harsh line as I've done there, take the pressure off. Don't put any more ink on. Just leave the ink that's on your dauber and just go around in little circular motions, and it will blend that out and up towards the top of that first line, and you get that lovely soft look, which gives you that look of clouds in the background.
It's a bit of an optical illusion, isn't it? Because at one point you don't know, are the white bits the clouds or are the pink bits the clouds?
Yes.
Who knows? But when you look at it, you just know that it works. It just makes total sense.
It looks great, doesn't it? And
it looks brilliant.
I mean, we're not doing a landscape painting here that's going to end up in an art gallery. It's a what's the word? Suggestion of a cloudy sky, rather than a Rembrandt or, you know, Turner. It's not a Turner at the end of the day, is it?
Turner?
No, it's definitely not. But it's an approximation, and that's okay. Now, I've got the little stamp.
Was it Monet that did? Was it?
Monet did the beautiful
did he do
watercolours.
Like watercolours on lakes and?
But they were impressionistic.
Impressionistic.
So, you know, it would be all the colours, so it would give you the idea of a lake. You'd have the odd water lily there, but it wouldn't look like a lake.
Ah. I reckon we could get away with doing a lot of... I'm just thinking about the idea of Impressionism. You know, like maybe we could do Impressionism for work. Like I could just create the illusion that I come to work when in fact actually I'm still at home. Oh. But I mean, I do love being here.
Hey,
maybe we could be Impressionist dieters. We could create the illusion that we're on a diet while still eating cream horns and still lose weight. I don't know.
Joe, I love a cream horn.
Me too. Absolutely.
Have you tried making them?
No. I bet they're very hard.
They are very, very difficult. I made some cream splodges.
Cream splodges?
Because they slipped off the... You get it like, it looks like an upside down ice cream cone.
It does, yeah.
And you wrap your pastry round.
Yes.
Which creates the horn for you to put your cream in. Well, yes. I did that, but all of my pastry slid off the mould into a splodge.
In a splodge.
And so it was more of a pastry donut thing, which I just had to put cream on top of.
Oh, I'm going to get you some, because you can buy metal horn cases that you put the pastry around, you know, rather than... Oh, you had the actual pastry case?
Yeah, it fell off.
Oh,
fell off, Joe. I don't know why. I was very distressed. Very distressed, because I was excited because I love them. They're one of my favourite things to eat. Right.
There's so many other things we could do Impressionism. I'm gonna have a think about that.
Yeah, do. And let me know what you come up with.
Oh, I'll let you know.
I've got a couple of little butterflies here as well. So I've done my little free stamp from the collection along the bottom. So I've got some foliage there. And am I taking too long with this, guys? Would you like me to hurry up?
No, I think we've got loads of time.
And we're going to stamp the little butterfly here. Oh, you can go there. Stamp the little butterfly there. Why not? That's good. And then we're going to die cut now. That's ready. So now we're going to die cut the kite. Okay, so I'm going to put my little stencil to one side there, get my Gemini Junior plates out, and get my kite die. So we've got two different things you can do with your kite. I'm not going to cut this bit because look, we've all done this before. It's just a regular outline die. It's going to cut you a diamond to cut your kite piece. I mean, I can do it. Why not? I'll do it. I've changed my mind, Joe.
Have you ever successfully flown a kite?
Yes.
I never have.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
No.
How weird. You never have. Right.
No, I don't know.
When we can all see each other again,
yeah,
Joe, we're going to go and fly a kite.
Okay. Do you know what it was? As a kid, we always lived on the coast. We lived in a very glamorous place called Canvey Island when I was a kid. And it's an island, I know, it sounds like an island paradise, doesn't it? It's in the Thames Estuary, separated just by a mud flat from a place called Benfleet. It's not as glamorous as you'd imagine, but because it's a bit coastal, it was always very windy. And I think trying to fly a kite when it's very, very windy is quite traumatic as a kid, because it goes up and then it goes boom back down and it's broken, and that's the end of it. So I think that's why maybe it's a me problem, not a kite problem.
There is a technique.
Right.
So we used to do this with Peter all the time, and the technique is to keep your kite in the air. You see, most people think you just run along, launch the kite and stand there.
Right.
And watch it.
No.
Because you've got to create the undercurrent, so you've got to keep tugging on it, and then and then as it bounces, and it goes higher. Honestly, I promise you, this is a true story. We're going to fly a kite in Keswick, Joe, as soon as we can all get back together.
Gosh, Leanne, you are going to get me in all sorts of trouble today. No, it is a true story, it absolutely is. Ruth saying, I can't do a selfie with the mags, they are stored all over the place. What with your flat cream horns and your kite stories, I mean, it's just too much today. Michelle says, I sent in my mag story. Susan says, I got the magazine for this kite die. I can't wait to pay paper piecing the kite die. Yes. Awesome idea. Someone was asking as well, Sean wanted to know what the best cardstock was to print the digital download onto, Leanne.
Oh, that's a really good question. I would say...
I would say
So I think if you're going to be printing onto Crafter's Companion cardstock, Nina.
Yeah.
Because it's been made to work with your alcohol markers and therefore not be very porous and suck all of the ink out of your pen. It's not going to suck all the ink out your printer, and it's not going to blur. You're going to get a nice crisp printed image for your crafting. So I would say Nina.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. You want something nice and smooth, don't you? That's not going to drink the ink. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yvonne was saying, love the way the stencil is multifunctional. Teresa says, I have many of the US editions and 3 of the UK editions as well. If, by the way, you are in the US subscription for the magazine, you don't need to buy this magazine. You're already going to be receiving it as part of your subscription. You guys that are in the subscription, you are fully aware of that, I'm sure. Just a little bit of confusion in there. Some people are saying, how do you get in the subscription? It is, the subscription is offered exclusively through HSN, and I think it is once or twice a year we offer up the chance to enrol in the subscription. I know we did it. Is it once a year? I think it happens in October, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But I know you've got a little while to wait at the moment. But don't worry, because in the meantime, every time we launch a new Crafters Inspiration, we'll make sure we bring it to you here individually, here at Crafters TV as well. So you never need to miss any of them. Shaddai says, Joe, I love to fly kites. We got the kite up in the air and then Dad would tie it to the house and it'd stay there flying until it busted. It must be really windy where you are. Shaddai, where are you? And Kimberly says, now I'm singing Let's Go Fly a Kite from Mary Poppins.
I love that movie.
Up to the highest heights. Did you like the new Mary Poppins?
No. I was incredibly disappointed.
I love how no thinking about that one. Boom, straight in there.
No, I was very disappointed. I felt like writing to the movie makers, actually. I feel they let themselves down dramatically.
Did you?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I wouldn't rave about it, but I did enjoy it.
No, I didn't.
And I do love the fact that it had Angela Lansbury in it at the end.
Well, I love Angela Lansbury, and I don't feel they did Angela justice.
Okay. I went to see Angela Lansbury in a very serious play called Blithe Spirit, which was the last thing she was in on the West End.
Have you watched the movie?
No.
The movie Blithe Spirit's out.
Is it?
And it's got Dame Judy in.
Has it? Is this a new thing?
It's on Sky. I watched it on my birthday.
Is it good?
Fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I watched it on my birthday last week with Mr. C.
I love that.
With a little glass of vino.
Beautiful.
It was gorgeous, and we had some Chinese food. We just had a really lovely evening with Dame Judy watching Blithe Spirit.
That sounds perfect.
Highly recommend. It was honestly, it was fantastic. If any of you were wondering about watching it, get it watched. It was amazing, yes.
Well, when we saw it on the West End, Angela Lansbury was maybe 89 or 90. She was, it was only a couple of years ago. She was very, very old. And she had these big pigtails like wrapped around the side of her hair like over her ears, and it turns out it was because in case she forgot her lines, they could feed her lines, and she had like speakers in her pigtails. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, at 90, I mean, I can't remember to pack an iPhone charger when I come from Manchester to Durham. I do it every week. I forget the same charger. So yes, imagining a whole play of what's this stuff called? See, I can't even remember the word for it. Dialogue would be very hard in your 90s.
Gosh, I would imagine so. Dame Judy does an amazing I mean, I can't remember now, and I'm 51. Seriously. So, I mean, and she's 70, no, she's 80-something.
80-something, yes, indeed.
She's 86, in fact, actually, and she does an amazing job in the movie. Because my husband and I, we actually Googled how old she was because we couldn't believe what an amazing job she was doing. So I would highly recommend Blythe Spirit the movie. Now, I've got all of my pieces here. Look, you just assemble and glue. And when you assemble and glue, this is what you end up with. Just a couple of little pearls in there if you've got them rattling around from another bit of crafting. See how I've got the little bow there? I just wanted to show you this. I like to cut 2 out and then just 3D that up. So I'm going to pop a little bit of tape extra there and then another little bow on top and 3D it. And it looks like it's fluttering in the sky with the kite. You also get the little string for the kite as well. And you see that's just built up with your free bees from your craft kit. Little new beginnings. That could be a new job, a new home, a new relationship. It could be anything, couldn't it?
It could be.
New beginnings can be anything. And I think it's lovely to send cards for things which are not traditional birthday things in the year. It's really lovely just getting something come through the letterbox when you've got an event in life and have someone just send you a little card saying, hope it goes well. And I think this is a card that would do that for you.
Yeah, absolutely, it would. I'm dying to know if you've seen Cats now for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
With James Corden in?
Yes.
Very disappointing.
Oh, okay. I've heard it's awful. But I haven't seen it. But Dame Judy's in that. See, can Dame Judy be back? Could she be underwhelming? Can Dame Judy be underwhelming? I mean, that's the question I posed to you.
No, never. I think again she was let down with poor direction and production.
Okay. I'm glad you've thought about that. Right, let's move on to the Nina cardstock because, of course, it is your out of this world deal, which is fantastic. So you get 3 packs of this for £9. Now, I know we normally have this on a multi-buy. This offer is better than that multi-buy that we normally have it on. So £9 if you're in the UK or $13 if you are in the US. So make sure you grab your hands on that. Now, we're going to move on to something that has been so incredibly busy. And I know half of the stock went yesterday during our launch show. I know a lot of you have continued buying it since then, and it's very busy. Of course, we're talking about the Caring Thoughts brand new Sarah Signature Collection. I'm going to take you through everything that you get included. It's a lot, okay? Right, so let's start off. Do you know what I loved about this one, Leanne? There's a lot of firsts, isn't there, for a signature collection? It's like the first with a decoupage, the first with these gorgeous interchangeable dies as well. And I think that's why so many people are excited about it. So what you've got here is your With Love and Friendship. And it's a creator card die with 3 separate sentiments for you. So you've got thinking of you, just because, with love and friendship as well. Now, something else that I've loved. If you loved our double-sided layerable topper dies, this is kind of like the same vibe as that, but in a single-sided die, and it gives you something really awesome. Can you see how lush these butterfly effects are that you get there? That one, you think that one's that one is gorgeous. Wait till you see the rose. Boom, check that out, with a mirror card there as well. All of that created using your Sarah Signature Collection. It really is gorgeous. That is your layered rose. The sentiments in here are awesome as well, because there's definitely an element of, if you needed to create a With Sympathy card from this collection, you absolutely could. It's multifaceted though, because at the same time, it's kind of got like a bit of we're in it together kind of feel to it, but at the same time, it's quite uplifting, it's quite motivational as well. And you'll know what I mean by that when you get it home. You've got things thing saying the best thing to hold on to is each other. Absolutely. You've got sayings in here, may this day be the beginning of a beautiful year filled with wonderful moments. So it is quite uplifting. I love that it is very positive as well at the same time. You've got this one here with some awesome sentiments as well, with caring thoughts on this one as well. You've got, of course, things with sympathy. Wherever I am, whatever I do, I need to come around the other side and read that. So I stay there. I'm coming round. Wherever I am, whatever I do, I am truly happy when I am with you. You should see me trying to scuttle around to the other side to read that. So it is really lovely. And I think this really struck the perfect tone with the sentiments in this collection. You've then got some die cut sentiments for you as well. So just to say, and you've also got You're in My Thoughts. Now, the stamp sentiments and the die cut sentiments, you're absolutely going to be able to use those across all of your other crafting too. Now, another first, the floral decoupage that is in here is absolutely awesome. Two different styles, both using the same floral decoupage pad. So you've got style 1 and you've got style 2. Now, the floral decoupage pad, which I've put somewhere really, really safe, here it is one pad. So there's one pad for the whole collection. So what you've got is, you've got in here 48 sheets in total. Half of the sheets are for the second style there, the other half are for the first style. So what I would say is, if you think you're going to want to make more than 24 of one of these floral decoupages, which without a shadow of a doubt you are, definitely go for another one of the floral decoupage pads in with your collection. We've got some beautiful cut and emboss folders in here for you as well. I love the fact that they're kind of quite subtle, but you've got that lovely added details of being able to lift those wings up there, which is awesome. That's the butterfly swirls, and you've got the filigree border in here as well. We're then moving on to the ribbons. We've got beautiful organza ribbons in here. And another first with the collection, we've got coloured brads in there for you as well. First time you've seen those in a Sarah signature collection. And then we're going to move on to more firsts as well. So I'm just going to take all of those down for a moment, because I need to start with... Normally we bring you the luxury cardstock in an A4 luxury cardstock pack, and that is brilliant, but obviously some of you like to create US letter size. Some of you prefer A4, so we thought, do you know what? Even there's lots of you out there that love 12 by 12. Why not give you the luxury cardstock in 12 by 12? So you've got it in double-sided mirror, then you've got, look at how glamorous that is. I mean, please. Can you see how gorgeous that olive matte mirror is? It is next level. And then you've got it in the gorgeous mirrored cardstock as well. How lovely. You've got loads of different colours in there, all colour coordinated to match your signature collection. And as I said, it's the first time that the luxury cardstock has been in the 12 by 12 pad. It's been so exceptionally busy. Where should we go next? Let's go to this one, because we've got your 12 by 12 paper pad in here. Now what you've got is, you've got 70 die cut elements in the back of here, as well as your paper pad. So you can see all of these gorgeous die cut elements are in there, and then what you've got are all the papers, and the papers are just truly exquisite. Imagine sitting and fussy cutting out some beautiful borders. If you want to do that, of course you can, or you can use it whole. It is completely up to you. You've got that there as well. What I should say is, this collection will ship to you. It's on a delayed dispatch. The 22nd of January is when the whole thing will come out to you. That's not the end of it. Oh no, we've also got the vellum pad. Now with the vellum pad, for the first time, we've done plain vellums in here for the first time. So can you see here? Let me just, actually a bad example there actually. Let me just show you the plain one with the pink. So can you see here, you've got that gorgeous plain, but then when you lay it over the other vellum, it works beautifully. Let me just show you something as well. I haven't practiced this, so it could go horribly wrong. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Let me show you. So, do you know what? I'm going rogue. I'm taking it out. Oh, don't tell Sarah. But what I love is, I can just imagine. So see with the printed paper there, imagine when you take the plain vellum over printed paper. Yes. Hello, I think that is going to look absolutely gorgeous. So it really awesome. You've got many, many more options by having those few sheets of plains in there, as well as, of course, all of the gorgeous ones that you've got as well. 36 sheets of the vellum in there as well. £140 is what the collection is going to cost you in the UK. However, if you are a platinum member, you can get it for £112. That is a saving of £82.83. It's a brand new Sarah Signature launch. If you are in 60% of the stock, I'm just hearing has gone. If you are in the US, you should be looking at you should be looking at $191. However, today, as a platinum member, $152.80 is what it's going to cost you. You're saving over $100 as a platinum member in the US. The other thing to bear in mind as well is that every single one of you, we're going to send this out to you totally free of charge. You've got no postage and packaging, no shipping and handling to pay on this whatsoever. There's something else that I know a lot of you yesterday were putting into your basket, and I'd love for you to put into your basket as well. And it is this. It's another first when it comes to a signature range, and it is our card blanks and envelopes, and these have been done on the most amazing pearl cardstock, as you can see here. They are beautiful. They are all colour matched to work with your collection. Now, nothing worse than a card blank that's not coloured on the inside. These are double-sided, you'll see. So the inside of your card is going to look as beautiful as the outside of your card. You're going to get the 5x7, you're going to get 25 with the envelopes to match. You're going to get the 4x6, 25. You're right over there? With the envelopes to match. You can hear that through my microphone. I love that you're off your box as well. And there she is, she's back. And you're going to get the 6x6 in here as well. With the, you get the die cut elements in the back, as well as all of the papers as well. £19 or $26 if you want to go for that. That will also be dispatched from the 22nd of January, just to bear in mind. What an incredible collection, Leanne. Now, I know you and the team have worked so hard to turn this around so quickly, because it just is so of the moment, isn't it? I mean, it sums up, I think, and puts into words what a lot of us would love to be able to put into words. You don't need to now when you've got this collection.
Absolutely, and we did turn this round on a dime actually, Joe, for exactly that reason, because we wanted a collection which conveys a worldwide sentiment right now, which is caring thoughts for those that we love and miss. And I think it's perfect for that. It really does have that heartfelt feeling about it. Now, we're going to start crafting with it, and you did a marvellous job. I'd been piling up all of my pads to show you the vellum pad, which is my favourite, the brads, which perfectly match the vellum, and actually, just to show you, I don't know if you are aware, to affix vellum to the front of a card, it's hard with a glue because you can see through it. That's why we've given you that pack of little brads which perfectly match and coordinate.
Why are they called brads?
Vellum.
I've never got why they're called brads.
I don't know, they're just always, it's just anything with like them two little legs on the back is called a brad. Even in like the really unattractive stationery years of the early 80s when I was working, you had a brad to fix things together.
Oh,
so
okay.
I really don't know why. It's just one of those things, like, you know, why does the thing that, you know, the thing on your end of your laces, that's got a funny name as well. You know, the little bit of plastic on the end of your laces. Can't think of the name. It's just one of those things. It's a phenomena which is got a funny name. Oh. Right. Anyway, beside the point. The first thing we're going to do is work with the cut and emboss folder that comes in here, because it is absolutely glorious. I love it. So I've got a piece of watercolour card. I've got the cut and emboss folder, and what you're going to do is put your card so that you can read Sarah Signature Collection. And that will give you your, now let me just feel, I'm going to check so I can tell you the right way. That will give you your deboss, okay? So we're popping that inside, piece of card cut to size, and then we've got our 2 Gemini clear plates, and we're going to put that through the Junior.
Awesome. Loads of you chatting away. Lots of you sending in pictures. We'll get a chance to have a little look at as we go through the show. I'm so excited for this set. I have so many ideas for loved ones. I love the vellum. Tammy saying, complimenting the new cameras in this studio, how awesome the close-ups are. Well, it's Charlotte in the hot seat today, so we've got Charlotte to thank for that. Vellum over printed paper. Mary is agreeing with me, is absolutely lush. Plain vellum over the printed papers. I think that's how I'd use those plain sheets of vellum, Leanne.
I think it's glorious. I think that's an excellent idea. I also like a piece of plain vellum in an aperture. I've just done this cut and emboss folder that you can see here. I've just popped the aperture out so it cuts it for you straight away, cuts and embosses at the same time. I've used a little bit of our Peach Harmony ink so you can see it brings that pattern out beautifully. A piece of plain vellum behind there with a couple of little embellishments is also glorious actually. And lovely, plain vellum is brilliant for doing inserts in your cards if it's really special. So we wanted to put that in just to give you maximum versatility in there, because we always do all of the patterns, but actually sometimes a plain piece says more. Now, so I've got my cut and emboss piece there, and then we can start to build up all of the other things we want to use. One of the other things in this collection that I adore is this little skeleton rose. And by the way, this piece of waste, don't throw them out. That makes a brilliant gift tag. Punch a hole, a little bit of vellum over the top, sentiment, wrap it round, beautiful gift tags. So the bit that comes out of the middle of your cut and emboss folder, keep them. I do. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant for
Fabulous.
tags. Okay, so this set of dies and the butterfly set are exceptional.
Love them.
They look beautiful when they're put
So
together.
classy.
Very, very classy. And
I'd love to see a few of those made and sort of clustered together. I bet they'd look awesome, the roses.
well, you're only going to have to wait 5 minutes, Joe.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, darling. I've got a cluster on my card.
Wow.
Wait till you see. But I think these are going to be brilliant, not just for this Caring Thoughts collection, for every bit of crafting that you're going to do going forward with any Sarah signature range or not. It's just a beautiful floral that can be used in many different ways. And I think that's relevant to so many of the items in this collection. So I've got lots of pieces of card here, and I've got them cut from that brilliant luxury pad where I've got my matte mirror, my pearlescent and my shiny mirror. Lovely, aren't they? So I'm going to do the base layer in the pearlescent. I'm going to do the mid layer in the matte mirror, and I'm going to do the top layer in the shiny mirror to layer that up. So I've got that laid there, and then all I need is my repositionable tape, which I had, there it is, had a second to go and put somewhere safe, and I'm just going to keep those still so that they don't slide around, because you'll see what I've done here is I've been very frugal. I'm using my little scrap pieces of card I've got left from other projects to cut this floral out. I don't want to use a big piece and waste it. So I'm just keeping those still so that they don't move. Now, I've also done the same, and I might move them around a little bit actually, because we can do two at the same time. On the Gemini Junior plate, that's the rose. But I also thought my card, my finished card, when you get to see it, was missing something. And what I thought it was missing was this lovely butterfly, which actually works in exactly the same way as the floral. So I'm going to do base layer in the pearlescent, mid layer in the matte, and top layer in the mirror, exactly as I've done with the rose. Now look, I'm getting a full rose and a full butterfly on a Gemini Junior plate here. So if you've got a Gemini, you're going to be able to do more with, you know, more of the dies that are in the collection. But it shows you that they're a great size for fabulous embellishments, works with your Gemini Junior. If it works with your Gemini Junior, they're going to work in your Mini and they're going to work in your Midi. So it doesn't matter which machine you've got at home, you've got lots of flexibility in there. I've got them all positioned, so I'm just going to layer my plates up and run them through the Junior.
Yeah, Anne-Louise is saying the plastic, I think I missed a bit of the conversation, because Anne-Louise says the plastic end of our laces is called an aglet. Was that what we just said? Did I miss that bit? Oh, I couldn't remember what it is. It's an aglet. Yes, there you go, on the end of your laces.
I knew it had a funny name. I've lost my pokey tool.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm pokey tool less.
Oh, no.
I'm going to use tweezers instead and hope for the best.
Sonia says, so happy I caught Leanne and Joe. Love all of y'all's show. So awesome. You're more than welcome. It's lovely to have you with us, Sonia. Snooze you lose y'all, Sonia. She says she loves this collection as well. I think it's up there as one of the most popular launches. I was going to say it's the most popular launch we've done this year for a Sarah Signature collection.
Well, we haven't had much of a year.
Well, it is the first one of the year, that's why. But no, it is very popular. I don't remember one being this popular since the Rose Gold. That was very popular last year, wasn't it?
I think you could say the most popular in the last 12 months.
Let's go with that one, yeah. Maybe the most popular one since Rose Gold. I mean, Rose Gold was exceptionally popular, wasn't it? I remember we went into a meltdown. This has been rather a very similar kind of reaction for this one. Actually, though, what was the Christmas signature we did?
Oh, that was the Father Christmas one.
Was it the Vintage Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that was here for like a day, and then it went,
yeah,
and that was it.
beautiful.
We never saw it ever again. It completely sold out. So, yeah, we've had some really, really popular launches. What I love about it as well, It's a very succinct collection, this one, isn't it? It's it will do everything for you. It's not a huge collection as far as signature collections go. It is concise, but you're going to be able to do a lot with it, and it is a bit. It's quite unusual for a Sarah signature collection. I'm going to say it. With all of those firsts in there, with it having a bit of a different feel to it, I think it is it has a vibrancy to it, which I really like.
I do too, and I do think it is one of those collections that you don't realise you need it and how useful it is until you've got it home and you start using it like, oh my, this is glorious, and I'm going to use it for this, I'm going to use it for this, I'm going to use it for this. It is a beautiful, beautiful collection. So what I've done is just pop out all of those pieces that I've die cut from the rose and the butterfly that you can see there. I've now got my dotty tape pen, and I'm going to start layering these up. Now you can do it with a Xyron as well if you've got a Xyron at home, but you know, I just love to use my dotty tape pen because they're so quick and easy and usable. So there's the base layer, here's the middle layer, goes straight on top and lines up beautifully. Just make sure we've got that lined up perfectly. I'm going to do that with my hands, there we go. So there's the second layer on there.
Shut the front door. I've just seen the preview for today's show.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh.
It's exciting, isn't it?
My giddy aunt. You guys are going to have to make sure you stay tuned to the end of the show. Oh my word, the paper pad.
Look, can we just have a look at Joe having a little rummage under his counter?
The paper pad. Foiled schmetterlings, are you having a laugh?
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it, Joe? Do you love it?
Not one paper pad. Oh no. 2 paper pads in a collection.
It's fantastic.
Oh, it is.
I absolutely adore it.
Honestly, this second one is like, it's like Bridgerton. It's so classy.
Oh, have you watched it?
No, I watched one and I couldn't get into it.
Oh, come on.
Apparently, it gets a bit racy as it goes along, I've heard.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it does, yes. But it's not that racy that you couldn't watch it with family members, I don't think.
Do you not think so?
I don't think so.
How far in are you?
I finished it.
Oh, well, I mean, Johnny's saying he wouldn't watch it with any of his family, so I've heard it gets quite saucy, but maybe I was mistaken.
Does, but not that. I've seen saucier things. I've seen things where I thought, oh, that's a bit saucy. I didn't think that. I mean, there was a couple of moments, but nothing.
Okay.
Nothing major. I would watch it. I would watch it with Peter.
Okay. Fair enough.
I wouldn't watch Wolf of Wall Street with Peter.
Well, I've never seen that.
And it's nothing, it's not on that level.
Right, okay.
No, it's
not
all
on
right,
that
Bridget,
level.
and it's okay. You should watch it, it's good.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I just found it a bit boring, if I'm honest.
Oh, did you? Oh. Oh, I really loved it. But then one of my favourite movies of all time is Pride and Prejudice. So I do love that kind of genre of watching. Right, so I've done now. Look how fabulous that rose and that butterfly looks. Isn't it glorious with the
really
3 layers there? Thank you so much for showing that shot. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing.
Look at these camera angles.
I mean,
these cameras are insane, aren't they, in the new studio?
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Really amazing.
Glorious that we can show you it in that level of detail.
Yeah.
And now I've got several other bits and bobs, and we're just going to start putting a card together. So I've got a pre-done easel card. You've seen us do easel cards so many times before. What's happening here? What's happening with my easel card? Is it back to front? Come.
Are you okay?
Oh. I was like, what is happening with that easel? It doesn't work. It does work.
You just went really quiet all of a sudden. I was like, what's going on?
What is happening? I couldn't work out. I thought, I did this and it worked. Why is it not working now? It does work. So I've pre-done a landscape easel card, you can see there. And then I've just got lots of the lovely bits of paper and done some matting and layering. So the first one is for the front of the card. And I'm just going to pop that on. So I've got some of the pearlescent. And along with the pearlescent, I have got a little bit of the scrapbook paper on there. I haven't worried about getting my matte and layering lines perfect on here because I'm going to cover it up with that brilliant cut and emboss folder. So let me just peel this off because that's going to stop the glue getting out. I'm going to use my Kalal All Purpose.
Someone would like to know, so Carol Ann says, I haven't even heard of Bridgerton. What's it about? Could you give us a little synopsis quickly, Leanne, do you think?
So Bridgerton is based in, I think it's in the early 1800s when young women were presented at court for the year. And when they were presented at court, they were ready to be married off. So they were looking for a husband, basically.
Right.
So it's about that. It's about what happens when young women are presented at court to the Queen. But in the background, there's a mystery because there's Lady Whistledown. Nobody knows who she is. And she's writing a news bulletin with all the inside gossip about what's happening that the hoi polloi in London would not want anyone to know.
Voiced by Julie Andrews, isn't it?
Yes,
Mrs.
Brilliant, Mrs. Whistledown by Julie Andrews. It's fantastic. Yeah. So it's all the hoi polloi and what they wouldn't want everybody to know, and she does a little. Yeah.
So it's basically like, Grazia and Heat magazine of the 1800s is what we're talking about, isn't it?
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly what it is. And it's absolutely fantastic. And so all the way through to the very end, you don't have a clue what it is, who Mrs. Whistledown is. And there's all of the stories, there's adoption, there's all sorts going on in there. There's scandal, there's fighting, there's affairs, there's jewels at dawn.
It's basically like a saucy Downton Abbey, really.
Yes, I think you could say it was like a saucy Downton Abbey. But
not that it's saucy.
I don't think it was too saucy, honestly. Not by comparison of some things you see on the television these days. But you would have to watch it and make that decision for yourself. Now, what I've got here is a little bit of pearlescent paper.
Sorry, I'm really leading you up the garden path, aren't I, today?
Everybody's level of saucy is different, isn't it? I mean, so our tolerance levels are different. My tolerance levels for violence is different to somebody else's. So the reason I say that is I can't watch war movies. I cannot watch.
Do you know what I don't
movie.
think your calling is the the board of approval that sets the age ratings for shows and films. I don't think that's your calling. I think you found your calling here with us at Crafters TV.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm all right with that. If this is all I'm good for, I'm good with that. Because I can't watch war movies, Joe.
Sorry?
I can't watch a war movie.
War movie? No,
like
I don't like
Ryan,
any.
Anything like that. They distress me greatly.
Yeah, I can't do horrors at all. I can't watch a horror film. Oh,
no,
someone made me watch The Hills Have Eyes once. Oh, I didn't sleep for days.
Oh, I can't watch that. Oh my word, that terrified. I mean, I just even watched the opening credits for that and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I don't like the dark. You see, that's why. So
me neither.
No,
I don't put the lights off at bedtime. My husband has to do that. I get into bed and wait.
Well,
and then he'll be like, you forget you've got into bed and left the lights on. And I'll go, yeah, and they'll stay on all night unless you get up and go and put them off.
Do you know the best thing about living in an apartment that I worked out was, lived in a house before, every creepy noise. I honestly used to think there was someone downstairs all the time. I didn't go down and look. But now I live in an apartment, there's 3 electric gates that someone would have to get through, Leanne, with a fob, and then they'd also have to get through my front door as well. So that's four layers of protection between me and the outside world, which is just perfect for me. I love it.
That is fantastic, unless you've got a serial killer next door.
Sorry, what was that?
That's great, unless you've got a serial killer next door.
Thanks for that. And for Maurice next door seems like a thoroughly nice chap.
Okay, good. I'm pleased Maurice seems like a very nice chap. I was just saying.
I've got double Mo at home. I've got Maurice one side likes to be called Mo, and I've got Mohammed the other side also likes to be called Mo. Both of my, I've got double Mo. How strange is that?
That's brilliant. Yeah. So you've got all of the protection around you as well. All you have to do is scream and somebody will come and help.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, so I've also put my cut and emboss folder on the front that's been inked, you see, and I've done that with 3D glue gel, so I've got that lovely dimension in there. As I was doing this matting and layering, I did a little torn piece of the vellum, you can see, and I've just stuck it from the back, so you've still got that dimension. It's got that movement, it'll catch the light, it looks classy and elegant and expensive. I love a piece of torn vellum rather than a piece of cut vellum. It's my preferred way of using it. And now I can just start decorating, Joe.
Lovely.
So I've got on my little roses that I've put together, and I've got several of those. So there's
7?
Several.
Oh.
And I've got.
Well, you could make as many as you want if you've got the collection. You could have 7 if you wanted.
You could have 7. You could have as many as you like.
When I saw them, I did think immediately I'd love to see them like In bunches.
In bunches, in a cluster. They look lovely, don't they? And I've got my little leaves, so we're just going to stick these all together.
Awesome.
In the corner with the 3D glue gel.
So over on YouTube,
Yeah.
our viewers are trying to come up with names, a collective name for Leanne's fans. So we've got Leanne's colouring crew, maybe Leanne's Legion is another one that has been dreamed up. Or, yeah, I feel like it should be your little somethings. I don't know why. You know, like Lady Gaga has her little monsters.
Yes.
You could have like your little...
Well, I am so gaga, darling.
You are so gaga. You could have your little crafters. Yeah. Leanne and her little...
crafters.
Leanne's little crafters doesn't have the same ring to it.
What about my little colourers or my little crafters?
Little crafters, colourers. Yeah, I know.
You didn't like that one.
There's a lot of chatter, so we'll see what comes.
See what comes out.
We'll see what comes up as we go round. Great collection, very versatile. Leanne being very inspirational again today, which we love. Says Josie. Remember as well, Leanne, we're going to have a vote at the end of the show. We'll vote for the for the project of the show, demo of the show.
Oh, no
We'll
pressure.
go into the cabinet of creativity over to my right side. Fiona and Debbie Robinson, 1 win apiece so far this year. So we need to get you up on that leaderboard, Leanne.
Yeah, we do. Okay, everybody, you've got my back on this week. I feel it. My little whatevers. You find your name.
Maybe that's what they called you, little whatevers.
My little whatevers.
My little whatnots. That's what they can be called.
Oh, my
Leanne's little whatnots.
My whatnots. I mean, come on. I think, Chivers Crafty Crew.
Chivers Crafty Crew. Yeah, there you go.
Vote, let us know. So I've put those 3 in the corner there like that. Looking beautiful, aren't they?
The chivettes.
The chivettes.
Yes.
Yes.
The chivettes.
The chivettes.
I said that. That was my suggestion. Who said that? Yeah, it was me,
said
Johnny.
that?
The chivettes. That's what you need to be called. I feel
love
like that's the one, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love the chivettes.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, please do. Now, what I've done here is I've got them already stuck on. I've put one of the little sentiments in there. I've done a little sentiment stopper for my easel card, popped a little pearlescent butterfly on, but you know what? You need a 3-layer mirror card butterfly on any project, don't you? So look at the difference. Little pearlescent one, looks lovely, but what happens when I layer over the top one of my 3-layer ones that I've just put together using that pearlescent card? It really pops and balances that design across the front there, I think. And then you've got that as a little easel with that really elegant vellum in there, all of those lovely elements from the Caring Thoughts, and I think some of the best elements we've had and usable across many different genres, Joe.
Absolutely, and yeah, whether you're using these collectively to make a card, this collection, you're going to absolutely love it, of course, or you're taking bits and incorporating it within other elements, then absolutely you are going to be able to do that. Leanne's Little Lovelies is another one that's been suggested. That is also very good. Susie C says, I'm loving this one so far, the demo of the show for me. The Chivettes, love that one, Lynn says. Christine says the Chivettes is brilliant. I think we might have it with the Chivettes. There we go. We're seeing a range of T-shirts already.
Oh, I feel like I need a Facebook group called the Chivettes.
Maybe a range of wigs, Johnny said as well. We could all have Leanne hair.
It takes ages to sort it out.
Does
You've got
it?
a life of its own. You really don't need this in your life, trust me.
Oh, this is too much. Right, I need to recap everything you're getting. Let me just whiz through again everything that's included in here because it is absolutely awesome. Let's take you back through it very quickly. So, what we have, of course, are the interchangeables. So, someone was saying a moment ago with the interchangeables, are they the same? Is it the same interchangeable that's in the everyday interchangeables? Oh, no. This is a specific one for this signature collection, and you'll not be able to get it once it's gone in the signature collection. Oh yes, I've got the knowing shake of the head from Leanne. No, once it's done and finished in the signature collection, it won't be bringing it back anywhere else. It is just for this collection. We've also then got as well those beautiful layering butterflies, and you're going to get the layering rose in here as well. The sentiments are gorgeous as we went through. Some of them are, sort of with sympathy in memory, but there's a lot of motivational, uplifting sentiments within there too. You've then got die cut sentiments with the just to say, as well as the you're in my thoughts. We then also have the floral decoupage. First time we've seen floral decoupage in a signature collection. You've got that lovely sort of bouquet and then that gorgeous spray as well. So you've got both of those in there. You are going to get the floral decoupage pad included. It would be one of the things that I would suggest you pop an extra one into your basket of, because you've got 24 of the first design and 24 of the second design. But if you think you're going to want to make more than 48 flowers, then pop an extra one of those in. The next one we've got here is the butterfly swirls. I love the fact that you're able to lift those gorgeous wings up. Think about slipping a piece of card behind there and inking up those wings. They're going to look absolutely awesome. Then we've got the filigree folder, filigree border even, which is our cut and emboss folder. You've got your organza ribbon. And you've also got in there then as well your fabric brads too. Now, I'm just going to quickly go through the cardstock. I'm going to use the board actually to show you. So you've got your luxury cardstock in your first pad. So this is all of the gorgeous luxury cardstock, and it's the first time that we've done the luxury cardstock in this gorgeous pad like this. So you're going to get that one. You've also got all of the gorgeous vellums in here as well, which are just beautiful. I mean, there's some really gorgeous designs in there, and you're going to get all of the printed cardstocks in there as well, with, don't forget, the die cut toppers in the back of there too. 30 sheets and 70 sheets of the die cut toppers, which is absolutely awesome. All of that for that price that you see there on the screen, £140 in the UK, becomes $112. So it becomes £112 as a platinum member, or $152 as a platinum member. Over 60% now of the stock has sold out and gone. It is very, very busy. Now, you've been sending us in your pictures. Cheryl sent this in. Cheryl sent it in yesterday. That's why, if you're thinking, oh, he's got a different T-shirt on. But yes, the lovely Cheryl there, our resident delivery driver from Niagara. Fantastic. Now, also, Shannon has sent a picture in to us, as you can see here. All of her Crafters Inspiration magazines just there. How awesome are they? How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 9, Shannon. You let me know.
2, 3, 4.
Michelle has sent us in a, what are we calling it? A magfie.
Magfie.
Is it a magfie?
Magfie.
An inspiration self, I don't know. Michelle looks really happy with herself. She looks so pleased that she's got those magazines. Love those, Michelle. Thank you so much to those of you that have sent pictures in. Now, up next, we're going to have a little look at the Explorer's Kit, which is your pigment ink pads. Let me just take you through the colours that you get in here, so I want you to see exactly what they look like. You've got 6 gorgeous ink pads in this collection, as well as the cardstock and the stamps as well. So I just want you to see these colours here that you're getting in there. So you're getting crushed velvet, which is an absolutely beautiful colour. It really is, that deep purple. It's like, I don't know, it reminds me of, I don't know how my brain works. It reminds me of, you know, when people get in grapes and squish them with their feet to make wine. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know if it's because it's got the word crushed in it, that's what I think of. Nice. You've got pink tulip in here as well, which is just glorious. You've got honey pot, which is that one there. And you've got the jet black, you've got the grasshopper, and you've got the parakeet, which is one of your favourite. Now all I can think about is going to the Champagne region on holiday, you know, and doing vineyard tours. That's in my head now.
Yes, please.
I mean, can you imagine?
Yes, please. I can't.
Oh.
Yes, please.
That crisp, oh, delicious, absolutely delicious.
And the bubbles up your nose.
The bubbles, oh yeah. Not the overly bubbly one. I like the one with the yellow label that's just a bit slightly less bubbly than the really bubbly ones. Do you know the one I mean?
I do know the one you mean.
You know the one, yeah.
Has it got a yellow label?
Yellow label, black writing, yeah.
Yes. And you can get a nice little cool bag with a zip on.
Yes,
nice.
that one.
That one, lovely.
Yes, that one.
I also prefer that one.
Yes, ice cold in the summer, so condensation on the glass. Oh. And you know, it sort of just runs down the side of the glass. And,
now, do you like to decorate? Do you like a little strawberry in there?
No, I'm a bit of a purist. When if it's cheap stuff, then yeah, a little bit, a dash of elderflower in there. Or I actually bought some dried flowers in South Africa that you drop in the bottom, and they are like a rose hip, and they open up when you pour the fizz over them. So if it was something like a cheap one, but if it's an expensive one, no, just as it is. How about you? Maybe a strawberry on the, maybe a little strawberry on the side of the glass.
On the side, I'm the same. I don't really want a fruit salad in my champagne.
No.
No. I'm fine in Pimm's because it should be in Pimm's.
Yeah, it should be in Pimm's.
You know, that's where it belongs. But I'm a bit like a purist when it comes to my bubbles. I like my bubbles pure.
Do you know what I have a real issue with? Sangria. Because you're on holiday, there's 4 of you, you go out for a meal, someone wants sangria. One person wants sangria, only one person. Everyone else wants beer. One person wants sangria, but they've got to have a jug of sangria. So therefore, they've got to they've got to talk you into having sangria with them. So in the end, you don't have your beer, you have your sangria because you're trying to be a good friend, and then you spend the rest of the evening picking bits of apple out your teeth, and you didn't even enjoy it in the first place. Do you sympathise with me there, Leanne?
I completely sympathise with you. There's nothing worse than bits of apple and bits of mint where you don't want them.
Yeah.
Especially when you're out on a night. So
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that. And I never really enjoy sangria anyway, Joe.
No, there you are. Sangria, we're popping it in room 101.
Yeah.
Done. Right, now, boom, as our friend Tiffany might say. Now, talking to Tiffany, we've got this awesome craft and carry workstation, Leanne. I love the look of this. Tiny footprint, isn't it? But loads of storage.
Absolutely brilliant. It's revolutionised my craft storage on the desktop, so everything I need is immediately accessible for me. It's fantastic. It is a tiny footprint. If I turn this up and show you, that is all the space it's going to take on your desktop. But it collapses flat as well. I think I'll take everything out and show you that, why not, and then we can put it back in. But it's got all of the little pockets that you need to keep everything organised. So here's a little clear pocket at the front. It's got the important little bone folder in there. I've got my little fabric clips on there as well. Oh, look, there's the pokey tool that I was searching for.
There it is.
There it is, and I can see it because it's in the clear pocket. I've got my little edge distressors or thread trimmers on there. I've got all of these little fabulous pearl bottles. I can get my foil press tweezers in the right place, my die brush, my painting brushes, my craft knife, all fit in there perfectly. My bigger bone folder, my flower forming tools, my sparkle pens, everything that I need on a regular basis in that one tiny little area of this bag. Then perfectly sized for your 6x6 paper pads. Is that 6x6 or 8x8? Oh,
8x8.
8x8. For goodness sake, an 8x8 paper pad in there. Perfect size for that, which is fantastic. And oh, look, hand sanitizer.
Lovely. That's the nice one. That's a good one. That's the one I've got. That's the one I like.
That's the one I use all the time. I buy it in bulk on that.
I've got a big, huge squeezy bottle of it.
That's fantastic. It's the best one. And then we've got this space here, which we've got our guillotine in, but actually would fit a 12x12. Let's get the Sarah range out. Let's get it out. I'm going for a walk. We're going to try it all out. Why not? Does this fit in here, or is this a little?
I think it does. You know. That slid right in.
Hang on, more. Look,
I reckon you could get 2 in there.
I'm going 3.
2,
3.
3.
1, 2.
Do you want a 4th?
3 of those in there, and I'm going 3 in a guillotine.
Wowzers.
Look at that.
Boom, as Tiffany would say.
Boom. 3 and a guillotine, and space for so much more, because there's a whole space there for all sorts of things I can put in there. I mean, my big scissors are going to go. I've got space that hasn't been filled on the side pockets here. And then I've got another pocket behind there. So I'm just going to turn this around and show you.
Oh, nice.
There is the 12x12 pads I've put in. But look, another pocket on the back. I've got my cutting mat in there, which is the A4. I've got some scrap pieces of card that I'm using and projects in there, if you like. But I
love that it's got that low-rise opening on it as well. So if you've got anything a bit smaller in there, you're not having to really rummage to try and get it out.
Absolutely. Now, this is what I want to show you. Oh, the daisies. Nothing to see here. Nothing got broken. Nothing got broken. I can fit my A3
Wowzers.
cutting mat in here. So
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. And I mean, look, we're not extending the footprint by doing this. We're just putting all of our very usable things in here that we want to go back to time and time again. It is absolutely fantastic as well for your Gemini Junior plates.
Does it have a nice heavy bottom? Does it feel, what's its centre of gravity like? Because sometimes with these kind of things, they can feel a bit like they're going to topple over easily, can't they?
I mean, this is not going anywhere.
Oh, awesome.
It is not going anywhere. And when you're not using it, you will be using it constantly. It can fold flat and go in a drawer because it all concertinas up on each other. But so you see, I've got my junior plates there and now with my 8x8 pad at the front. But actually, if I wanted to find, here they are, I'm just going to show you the size. Here's a Gemini plate. You can also get your Gemini plates in there if you want to. Look. So you can stuck your Gemini plates in as well. I mean, literally cram this full, and everything you need is in, I'm going to measure because I've got my ruler, footprint of, oh, I've got the board here. I'll do it on the board because I can do it in inches for you, of 7 inches.
How awesome is that? And imagine a few of those next to each other lined up in your craft space. Imagine just how much stuff you're going to be able to get in there. What I love about this as well is that, I knew I'd got sanitizer somewhere. Did you see me, Johnny, when I put it on my hands? I was having a little look. Oh, it's all over me notes. Hang on. That's all right. I know they're clean now anyway. Right. Right, what I love about it, I was about to say, is that you've got such great value for money with this as well. I mean, that's an awesome price. £26.91 or £31.49 if you want to get your hands on it, which is really, really fabulous value. You've got a black one, which is the one Leanne's using here. There is a turquoise option. Turquoise, am I saying that right? Turquoise?
Turquoise.
Turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say it, Leanne?
Turquoise.
Turquoise, yeah.
You say it like you're from New Jersey.
Turquoise, I think.
Turquoise.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever one you go for, they are going to get all of the same stuff in there. They're absolutely gorgeous, really awesome. Great little gift, I think, if you know someone with a messy craft room. And you know what? It could be at a home office equally, couldn't it? It doesn't have to be a craft room, Leanne. I even think, I bet there's loads of uses you could find for that all around the house.
Oh, well, funny you should say that, Joe. But I had a nightmare with my life admin.
You what? Your
my
life
admin. You know, when you get the letters that you need to respond to, the bills that come in, the insurance policies that need renewing, the car tax, all of those things that you just need to deal with. I'd stuff them in a drawer and forget about them and then get a reminder. I was absolutely no good with that at all, just because I was busy doing other things. I've actually got one of these now in a downstairs cupboard, and when my life admin comes through the post, I put them in here, they're categorised, and then I've also got some pens, some envelopes, a notepad, some stamps, all in the same places, and once a week I go through, deal with everything, and it's gone, and then I just fill it up again and I get rid of the things I don't need. It keeps me organised. And so there's going to be lots of different ways you can use this. This just isn't about craft, but phenomenal for craft, because look, it's everything you can fit in here. And don't forget, I've got 3 full-size 12 by 12 pads in here.
And a guillotine.
Along with a guillotine, and some Gemini plates, and an 8x8 pad, and an A3 cutting mat, and all of my scissors.
PP Pam's been in touch. She says, where you've got the 8x8s, the Threader's Tool Tidy fits in that slot, and you can put all your brushes and your pens and everything in it, poking up apparently. Yeah, so another great way of using it. I love the workstation, says Vicky. And Michelle says, hi Joe and Leanne, would love to be one of Leanne's chivettes, please. I love watching her shows, especially when you are both on together. Sending huggles to you both. Sending huggles back to you, Michelle. Rosalind said this would be perfect for all of her crochet items in her bedroom. Tiffany would be proud of your organisation with the carry workstation, says Carol Ann. And Sarah and her Supremes versus Chivs and her Chivettes. I can just see the headline for a Craft Wars programme right now. I can see it happening, Malia says, I love the sentiment stamps. I feel it would work well with other collections as well. Yes, talking about that signature collection, it would work very, very well with other signature collections that you already have, with any of your collections, actually. We're going to go back to the magazine because it is incredibly busy. Remember, it is the brand new Crafters Inspiration 29. Wow, 20% of our brand new stock has sold out and gone. This is the launch for Crafters Inspiration. 72 inspiring projects within there. Now, as I said earlier, if you were just paying for the projects for £9.99, you'd be looking at 13 pence per project, which is unbelievable value for money. Now, you're also going to get a free download in here as well, with over 870 elements. You'd pay more than $9.99. I've sold these kind of downloads. If we were putting this on a USB and sending it to you, you'd be paying more than that for the download alone. You've got it here ready to go. More goodies coming included for you as well. You're going to get that stencil in there. You're going to get some gorgeous stamps in there, and you're going to get that kite in there, the kite die set with 9 dies in there as well. Unbelievable value for money. However you want to think about it, just make sure you get yours. Lots of you letting me know that you think they are absolutely incredible values. Shannon has got 13 Crafters Inspirations at home. I would love to know if we can get any advance on 13. There's got to be someone out there that's got all of them from the start, Leanne. I can sense it.
I can feel it in my water as well, Joe. If I had to guess, I think there's got to be somebody with them all out there.
Have we got them? We must have them all in the office.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, we keep one of everything, always.
Yes, so how many have you got? Let me know in the comments and we will see who wins the competition. I'd love to as well, if you've got any pictures of things that you've made from any of the previous Crafters Inspirations, any of the projects that are in there that you've made things from, send them my way. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those. If you want to have a little bit of a salacious gossip with me, maybe you've got some gossip that you want to share. Me and Leanne, we love a bit of gossip. We love a bit of drama when it's someone else's, don't we, Leanne?
Yes.
If it's our own drama, we have absolutely not. We don't have time for that.
I'm not a fan of my own drama, but everybody else's. Yes.
Everyone else's.
Excellent advice, Joe.
Absolutely. If it's someone else's drama, let us know. We're all over it. Right, back to you, Leanne.
So, Crafters Inspiration. I've emptied my box, and so I've emptied my box out, and we've got all of the freebies. I can't find my dies. I don't know what I've done with them.
Do you want mine?
Oh my word, they're here. Honestly, Leanne, you can't see the wood for the trees or the sky for the kite. So you've got your free set of dies in here, which made that brilliant kite card that we did earlier. So that's what that's going to be able to do for you. You've got those, and you've got all of your little accessories, little love hearts and little bow strings. You can put on little bows all the way down, you know, like a traditional Mary Poppins kite where all the little bows are coming down. You've got your clouds and sky stencil. Again, you've seen how we did that earlier. And then we've also got this fabulous set of clear stamps, which gives you your brilliant foliage, your bike, your sentiments, and you've got all of your little bits and bobs there. So they all come in. They're the freebies in your magazine. Then the magazine itself is absolutely inspirational, as the title would say to you, because it is full of all of the things you want to know how to do. And I'm going to do a quickish flick, because I know you don't want this spoiling. If you're getting this home, you want to sit down with a nice cuppa and have all of the surprises and all of the fun of reading this straight away. But it's going to give you an idea of the quality of project that you're going to be able to complete, and also get step-by-step instructions to show you how to do it, so that you've got all of the help as well. I really do like to think of these as an educational guide. I must just show you this page here. This is the quality of the digital download that you're getting.
Do you know, I've formed a bad habit, Leanne.
What's that?
It's a really bad habit.
What is it?
Well, you know, all you can do is walk during lockdown 3.0.
Yes.
If you want to do anything, you can meet someone from outside your household for exercise. So you can go for a walk with someone, right? Now I can't go for a walk. So I live in Manchester City Centre, which is lovely because it means I have lots of nice places to walk through and around. But I can't go for a walk without having the large truffle luxe hot chocolate from Starbucks with added cream. And now walking means truffle luxe hot chocolate, as far as I'm concerned. The two will never be separated, I fear. It's been going on for a few weeks. And it has to be a large one.
Should we have a chat about your arteries?
Yes. They're so delicious though, Leanne.
I know, I'm sure there's not a better way to walk, but we've got to think about your arteries. You know, when I'm 80 and shuffling and you're 60 and shuffling,
you squeeze my veins and it'll ooze truffle luxe hot chocolate by the time I get to that age.
I'm going to need someone to help me, Joe, and I need you around for that. So
okay.
Let's have a little chat about your arteries.
Okay.
Can we wean you with one every other walk.
Maybe, or maybe we could go for like a skinny. I don't know if they do skinny milk.
Skinny?
Don't walk past Starbucks is Johnny's advice. That is good advice, sound advice, Johnny. It's very difficult to walk anywhere without passing a Starbucks in any big city, as I'm sure you'll appreciate.
They're everywhere now, aren't they? But I mean, they do good coffee and hot chocolate.
Good truffle Lux hot chocolate.
They do skinny.
Do they?
Do skinny. Yes, I've had skinny.
I'll investigate. I'll investigate and let you know.
That would be a good one. So that little feature there, Crafter's Inspiration, got us all over the whole.
It was that seeing that hot chocolate that
got us all over the truffle.
I was, as the kids would call, triggered by that. Then, Leanne.
You were. I think you were craving as well. A little bit. But we've got all of the fabulous things. We've got new for use. We've got little sneaky peeks of new product coming up. We've got our Sarah's diary where she talks to you about what's going on. We've got lots of inspiration from you from all of the favourite faces of Crafter's Companion. Doing a quick flick because I don't want to spoil it for you. You want to be able to do this at home. And there's a feature in here from me on colouring as well, and some fabulous reader offers. I mean, absolutely brilliant magazine, which is all thrillers and no fillers. It is crammed. It's a brilliant educational resource, actually. If you've got somebody who is watching what you do with your paper craft, and I hear this quite regularly from friends and members of the family, oh, I haven't got time to learn, or oh, I could never do it like you do, and oh, I would love to have a go, but they're never brave enough. Actually, one of our Crafter's Inspiration magazines and a Gemini Mini will get that for not a lot of investment, actually, under £50, will get, and under about, what, $60 or $70, will get them crafting, because they've got the little machine and they've got everything they need in the magazine and all of the education and inspiration in there too. And then they're on their journey to having the best experiences like we do when we're crafting at home. And I think in these times you do need something to focus on, don't you, Joe? It's been a saviour for me, my crochet.
At the moment, yeah. Yeah, we really, really do. I mean, I think we've been lucky. We've been able to come to work. I mean, a lot of people have obviously work at home, cooped up all day. I think it is about making sure you get out and about, isn't it? And have something to focus on. I did some watercolour on my last days off, and I must say I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed spending the afternoon. I was just losing myself with a little bit of watercolouring. And it does, I think, having something to focus on, and also I think turning everything else off for a bit is also really important. Whether it's the radio, the news, the TV, the children, the grandchildren, just shutting yourself away and creating a bit of an environment, a haven for yourself, just to even if it's just half an hour, 40 minutes, I think it makes a world of difference.
Absolutely, 100%. And actually thinking about this Crafter's Inspiration magazine, when you were saying, Joe, that you can sign up to it and then they just come for you. I mean, obviously I can have a Crafter's Inspiration magazine because I work at Crafter's Companion and I'm working with the team that puts the magazine together. But something similar for me at home, I subscribe to a little crochet box that comes every 2 months, which is the same frequency as our magazine actually, and there's always a new little technique or a new little project or something to try that I haven't done before. I'm been crocheting for years and I would say I'm a advanced beginner, maybe intermediate when it comes to that skill. However, that little box coming challenges me, gives me things to do that I might not have done before, gives me something to focus on. It feels like a real treat when it arrives. I'm so excited about opening it up and seeing what I've got inside there. And I think that's what you'll get from Crafter's Inspiration as well. Even if you are a very experienced crafter, it can push you out of your comfort zone and get you to try some things that you might not have tried before, and you have a whole new experience and find things that you know you're going to do in the future, which is what I do with that little box that arrives for me. And I really look forward to it, and it is just like a little treat to me when I feel I need it. It's fantastic, and would be the same, I think, with your Crafter's Inspiration, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. It really, really is. I wish my hot chocolates came at the same frequency as this magazine, but they don't, I'm afraid.
One every 2 months.
Yes.
Well, they can, Joe. You just have to only buy them one every 2 months.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
So I've got here a nice little piece of smooth card. This is the same card that comes in your Explorer kit with your pigment ink pads. And have you got these 2 colours in your Explorer kit that I'm using here, Joe? These colours of pigment ink pad. I've got a pine tree and a honey pot.
Would you like me to tell you what's in there? So you've got honey pot parakeet, crushed velvet, jet black grasshopper and pink tulip.
So where I'm using the pine tree, I'm not going to run across the studio and get grasshopper. You use the grasshopper instead, you've got a green.
Absolutely.
So I'm actually now using, with my pigment inks, controversially, a Harmony Water Reactive blending tool, which you can do.
Okay.
And you can blend onto this cardstock and you get a really nice texture with it. You can blend your pigment ink on here, or you can stipple.
I've actually got a bone to pick with you.
Oh,
And I feel like it's, why do we call the square, why is that blending tool called the square blending tool?
I don't know, because it's oblong.
Yeah, it's rectangular,
It is, it's rectangular.
but we call it the square one.
Do
and I
we?
felt like, when I realised the other day, I felt like my whole life had been a lie up until this point.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a really strong statement, Joe.
Well, I felt like the last 12 months had been a lie. What's the date today? Oh, we're nearly on my 1 year Crafters TV anniversary soon. 27th of January was my first day working here, but my first show on my own was the 3rd of February. So yeah, it'll be my anniversary soon, just a couple more weeks.
Oh my word. How fantastic is that?
I know, it's flown by, isn't it?
Now, Joe, look how far you've come. Look how far we've come. I mean, we were in the garage, Joe.
We were in the shed, weren't we?
We were in the shed with mobile phones. Look where we are now.
I know.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it?
It's been a funny old year, isn't it, to say the least. But I'm glad that I came here to Crafters TV before it all started, because we've just been like a little family. I mean, there was a period of a few months where it was just me
and
Sarah and Leanne, pretty much every single day, and producer Laura. Yes, it was interesting. It was a learning curve for all of us, wasn't it?
It really was. It was
But
very interesting.
look what we've achieved in that period of time as well. So yeah, I mean, it is awesome.
It is
Absolutely
phenomenal. But Joe, I take that on board, and I don't know why we call it a square tool when in fact it is oblong.
It's rectangular.
And I feel I need to go and correct that immediately.
Okay.
So I will.
But we're going to call it the square tool forever now.
Pardon?
Everyone calls it the square tool
do.
now, so I feel like the horse has bolted. But it just occurred to me the other day, and now I can't unthink it.
No.
Now every time you use it, you're going to think to yourself, why didn't I call it the rectangle tool?
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I wish I hadn't said
there's
anything
an
now.
example of where I've dropped the ball. I'm sorry. I would like to apologise to everybody on behalf of Spectrum Raw for calling the rectangle blending tool a square blending tool.
Okay, I think we're all right then. I think we're okay now. Panda Crafts talking about. I feel like there'll be a printed apology in the next Crafters Inspiration. Just you wait. Panda Craft says, the lovely Jill, I have 15 magazines. Oh my, that is awesome. Shannon's just found another one in a drawer, so that's 14 she has. Teresa's got 12, really good going. Rosalind said, I like having the magazines just to put my hands on. I don't always want to search the internet for a project. Great point. Really is a great point. And do you know what? I'm finally starting a diet this week, Leanne. I know I've talked about it for 23 years now, but no. You know what it reminds me of? Me starting a diet. You know there's that scene in the Titanic, and she's like, it's been 84 years. That's what it's like, me starting a diet. I thought you'd started one years ago, Joe. No. But the thing is, I can't start a diet and follow recipes on a website. I have to have a book that has the diet recipes in the book.
Oh.
Because it's hard going back and finding the same recipe every single time. So I really do understand what you mean by that when you say sometimes it's just so much better to have it in the flesh there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I love it. I very rarely get a recipe from the web.
No.
I like a book.
Absolutely,
I've got
I
a
agree.
collection of them, yes.
Yeah, you like to be able to just, and also, the thing is, you're chopping and you're cooking things and you're chopping everything up and you're a bit mucky, and then you've got your phone and then you're trying to get your phone out of your pocket. It's just not the best way forward. Mally says, I remember those shows when I threw myself fully and wholeheartedly into my crafting. Evelyn says, I remember when you started and you were such a trooper at the start of the pandemic. Diane says, Joe, I remember your first day on the show. I remember it as well, Diane. I mean, it does feel like it's only, considering we've done so little in the year that's passed, it does feel like it was quite a lot for such a long time ago, doesn't it?
It really does feel like such a long time ago. It feels like 2 or 3 years, to be honest, but
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been phenomenal.
Well, I mean, I can't even remember what it was like being over in the old studios now. In my head, it feels like we've been in this studio for absolutely ever, doesn't it?
We make the transition very quickly. And
it's a lot warmer over here, I'll add that.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually miss those days of me, you and Sarah, every day, just tripping on with the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great fun.
It was great fun. It's
was
something
great.
we'll always remember and look back on fondly.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just stamping the bike on here, and I'll just talk to you about what I did with the yellow and green, which comes in your Explorer kit. So when I blended it on with my oblong blending tool, I made sure that I gave the impression of hills in the background, just nice and soft. And then I've done the same with the yellow, so it's got a very lovely country garden feel to it. And then we've got that little bike on there, and I've got a couple of little accessories. These are all come from that free kit. Now, to put this together, you can just get a piece of cardstock that you've got at home, and then use your digital downloads to get yourself the papers that you would need to put it together, or you can use some papers from a scrapbook pad if you've got it. If not, digital download will be perfect for you. And then I'm just going to lay up this card front. So there's the piece of paper, and then I've got a nice piece of yellow cardstock and black cardstock to give myself a little matting layer. So I'll just put these together. The black is going on top of the yellow there. There we are. Just a little border with your matting and layering. And then the yellow and the green from this will pop, having that little black. Look at the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
boom.
The difference. It just really makes your little piece of artwork pop, taking the time to do your matting and layering. So
Tammy says she's with me. She says, Leanne, I'm with Joe. I never understood why it was called square either. There you go.
Right. Honestly, I have no idea. I really would like to say that I had. I mean, we've let ourselves down, haven't we?
I wouldn't go that far.
I feel I need to make a public service announcement, full apology. I mean, look,
Do you know what I got confused with? In October, you know, people put PSA on their stories on Instagram, don't they? Like public service announcement.
Is that what that is?
PSA means public service announcement, but I got that confused with PSL, which means pumpkin spice latte. And I was thinking, well, this is not a public service announcement, is it? That's a coffee, clearly. And then I realised PSA, public service announcement, PSL, pumpkin spice latte.
I think you've got
Don't make the same mistake.
So we need to have a chat about the lattes, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of I'm not a pumpkin spice latte fan, so.
Oh, you're not? Okay,
no.
all right then.
Now, toffee nut latte, on the other hand.
Yeah, I do like.
Well, that's a whole different ball game.
It really is a whole different ball game.
No cream though. Cream on coffee, not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. Now I tell you what I mastered over Christmas: espresso martinis.
Oh, yeah. Espresso is dangerous. Do you know what else is dangerous as well? And I've still got a bottle of it at the. Well, can I level with you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I should.
Go on.
Drink responsibly. Don't spill it. Is all I'll say. We bought a bottle of Frangelico for the run up for Christmas, and it arrived on maybe the 22nd of December, and it didn't make it. I didn't realise that on the 23rd of December, a lot of the bottle of Frangelico had been drunk. So when I went back to the Frangelico on Christmas Day, telling everyone, professing how delicious it was going to be, and that I was going to give everyone a glass, a little bit of it over some ice, I went in, there was only enough for one person. It had gone. It must have evaporated. I think I must have left the top on a bit loose and it evaporated.
Of course, as Frangelico does.
As it does.
Yeah.
As it's well known for evaporating.
Evaporation.
So I bought 2 bottles on the instant delivery website, but they didn't get there in time.
Oh.
But now I've got a lot of Frangelico knocking around the house, you see.
Try it in a latte.
Oh, yes. Maybe I can get my truffle locked hot chocolate and pop a bit in there.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Yes, that'll be delicious. That would be delicious.
Talking of delicious, that card is delicious, Leanne.
And there we go, look, enjoy the ride. A couple of little pearls, a lovely little sentiment in there. All we've done is done a little bit of green, made a suggestion of a summer's day with green and yellow, the little bike on there, little sentiment, bit of matting and layering, a little kind of pennant in the background, and we've got a beautiful card. And this, again, enjoy the ride, could be about many different things. It could be about a new job, a change of house. It could be about leaving home for the first time, going to university, starting a new education course, starting your driving lessons. There could be a million different things that you want to say that for. Or actually, it could just be enjoy the ride of the next 12 months because we don't know what that holds for us. So, you know, just lots of reasons. And all of the inspiration in your magazine and the freebies in here are going to give you so much to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a flight booked on the 4th of May, so I've decided, Leanne, I'm making the executive decision that it's all going to be over and things are going to be back to normal by then.
Okay, good.
So I've just decided that that's how it's going to have to be.
I'm very happy to hear it. Good.
4th of May. Don't write in if it doesn't happen. Amanda has got 15 magazines. She sent a picture into us. Check those out. I wonder if you had all of them from the start. You could do like the history of Sarah. I mean, we could have all the photos. It could be like a hall of fame of all of Sarah's photos on the front.
All the different hairstyles.
Yes.
That's marvellous. I love that idea.
Am I dreaming this, or did Sarah when Crafter's Companion started, have dark hair?
No, never.
No. Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever.
Okay, I don't know where I've got that from. Anyway, the Out of This World deal is truly, truly awesome, which is this. It's actually 3 packs of your Nina cardstock, and the Nina cardstock is the one that you need for the alcohol markers. It would actually work really well to print off that free download as well. So a really, really awesome cardstock for you. £9 if you're in the UK, $13 if you are across in the US. Pam, the lovely PPE Pam, says, I remember coming back off a cruise in February and tuning in, Joe, and it was you and Craig. I missed the information about you starting, so I was waiting for you to do some crafting, as we always had 2 crafters on, and I thought you was a new crafter. God, how underwhelming for you, Pam. You know, stood there waiting for me to do a demonstration. Absolutely nothing. She says, can you remember you had to walk around with a hand microphone too? I don't remember having a hand microphone. Do you, Johnny? No. Was it? I don't know, Pam. Let me know. I'm not so sure. Rosalind said, I've been with Crafter's Companion for a few years, but I must say this past year and a half, Crafters TV has been so much fun. It really has, hasn't it? Carol Ann says, I cycle, and this card has given me ideas for my cycling scrapbook. Absolutely. You could give that card to Mr. Chivs. He's a keen cyclist, isn't he?
He is a keen cyclist, but that's nothing like the bike that he rides.
No?
I know he used one of those mountain bike ones where you go to the top of the hill and you fling yourself down the hill as fast as you can.
Oh,
That's
no.
how he broke his pelvis.
I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that
No,
at all.
it's dangerous.
Right, I want to quickly recap the Sarah signature collection for you because it is so busy on that. How much? 2/3 of the stock has gone on the signature collection. We will, you know, well, I don't know what I'm saying really, because once it's gone, the thing is with the signature collection, once it's gone, the hardware, like the die elements and all that, you know, you're not going to see them again. They are a limited edition. Of course, we'll bring the consumable elements back for you so you can, you know, get yourself restocked up. You've got then the beautiful interchangeable die, Creator Card die. You've got the layerable butterflies. You've also got the layerable rose in there as well. All of those sentiments for you. And remember, some in memory style sentiments, you've got some really nice uplifting sentiments. There's some motivational ones in there as well. You've got that just to say sentiment. So you've got metal die cut element sentiments in there as well. The floral decoupage, first time you've seen this in a signature collection. You've got 2 different styles within there, which is absolutely awesome. And it comes from 1 pad. So you get 24 sheets of each in the pad. I would definitely say, especially if you want to maybe do clusters of these on your cards, think about adding 1 or 2 extra of those into there. You've then got this one here, which is your butterfly swirls cut and embossing folder. And you've got your filigree border cut and embossing folder. You've got gorgeous organza ribbon in there, so subtle, but with a bit of bling in there too. And you've got the coloured brads, which are going to go with it. Then what you've got are all of your pads, and we have, the team, Leanne and the team have knocked it out of the park with the pads. You've got vellum now with added plain vellums in there, which I think are absolutely gorgeous. You've then got your printed papers. With the printed papers, you've got 70 die-cut toppers in the back of there, as well as your papers, 36 sheets of papers within there, 12 by 12. And you're also going to get, first time ever, the luxury cardstock. We've done it in a pad form. So you're going to get double-sided pearl. You're also going to get matte mirror. Can we just take a moment to that's like, do you know what that is? That's like being on the Amalfi Coast, having a delicious pistachio ice cream. That's what it reminds me of.
Yes, please.
Just gorgeous. And then you've got that all the way through in all the different colours that are going to beautifully match that collection for you. £140 in the UK, $191. As I said, 2/3 has gone. If you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, £112 or $152, saving you £82 or $105. It's an awesome collection. It's been incredibly popular since we launched it. Do you reckon we've got time to squeeze one more demo in before the end of the show, Leanne?
I think we can do a quick fast forward demo.
Awesome.
Because it's quite a nice card, but I think we can just talk about the important bits. And can I ask all of our chivettes out there and everybody joining us, can I ask what you think about having the luxury card stock and the 12 by 12 pad?
Yes.
I'm really interested to know whether you prefer that delivery method or the method we've had in the past where it's in a box. I prefer that, which is why we've got that now, but I'm interested what you think. So let us know in the comments.
I think it's more versatile because, as you know, you can cut it to A4, you can cut it to French, US letter size. It's completely up to you what you want to do with it.
I agree. And brilliant for scrapbook size as well, Joe. Right, so now what we're doing, we're going to use, out of this fantastic decoupage pad, we're going to use one of these sheets and just have a look at how you cut these out. So I want to show you how they work because, do you know what, I've tidied my Gemini Junior plates away in my Tiffany organiser, so I've just gone and got those back. On your pad, what you have beside each floral is the number, and the number helps you with the order to layer it up when you're layering it up. So this is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, and so it helps you with that. But what it also does, when you look at your die, what we've done, here is a little piece, and I'm just going to bring that up so you can see. You've got an extra little piece of metal with "Thank you, amazing camera," number 1 on it. So what that does, when you lay this down, that number 1 goes over that number 1 there, which then allows you to get your die cut in the exact right place so that it cuts out your decoupage perfectly for you. And you would do the same with your number 2. So you've got more dies on the other side. You've got a die for every layer. Here's number 2, and you would put number 2 on. There it is there. There's the number 2 with the little piece. Turn that over, lie it down. Look, that little extra piece lies over that number 2 so that you can get that in position and know that you are cutting your die cut decoupage out perfectly. I'm just going to do those 2 layers, and then I've got all of the layers cut out and we can talk about how you would put them together. But I just wanted to show you how that little set of dies in that collection with that pad works to make it very easy for you with no error, margin error. So it's just perfect every time. Really unique that we've done that. We did it with the first decoupage pads that we did in that way, and in your hundreds and your thousands, you told us that you really loved that, and it had made it so much easier for you, and it avoids you making upsetting errors where your die slips or you get your die in the wrong place and then you have made a mistake with your decoupage layers and you've wasted one of those lovely sheets in the pad.
Stop everything.
Okay.
Stop absolutely everything.
Okay, I'm stopped. Shut up,
we haven't
Leanne.
talked about the demo of the show. So I feel like it's going to have to be out of... Do you want to share with us the 3 finished ones you've done, Leanne?
So,
and give us the option to vote on them.
Well, this is the one that we're about to do.
Oh, okay. So that's, let's call that one flowers that you're about to do there.
Okay. Oh, sorry, flowers. Where would you like it?
You're doing that thing. It's a TV version. You know when you tried to cross past someone on the street and you both go this and you do that.
I'm sorry, I was doing that. I was just
back and forth, back and forth. So you got flowers. That's option 1.
Flowers.
Then we've got. Oh, let's call that one. Okay.
Bouquet.
Bouquet. Yes, bouquet. Flowers. Bouquet.
Kite.
Kite.
Bike.
Kite. Bike. Flowers. Bouquet. Yes.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments, and we will pick a winner to go on to the Cabinet of Creativity. How about that?
Oh, yes, please. Now, here, look. What you can see is, look at how, by lining that little number up, and I'm just going to show my hand, no white halo. A perfect piece of decoupage being cut from the pad round, and then you've got all of the embossed detail added in there, which you can see, which really brings that floral to life. And the same for this one here. Absolutely no halo where you don't want it, just beautiful topper. It's gorgeous. And the halo that is there is meant to be there and is even all the way around.
Nice.
So you're creating that really beautiful decoupage by cutting all of those pieces out, and you get all of the dies to do the whole sheet. So once you've got those, what you do is you just shape them and lay them up with your 3D glue gel. Let me just show you that on here. So you would take your 3D glue gel, there's your base layer, here's your layer 2, there, that goes there, there's the butterfly, lovely, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. You build them up with your 3D glue gel, and this is the kind of beautiful 3D dimensional topper that you're going to create those two beautiful designs out of there. Then we've just taken an 8x8 card, beautiful paper from the Sarah range. We've took a little piece of contrasting paper there, again beautiful from the Sarah range. I've got one of the little pop-out sentiments that will go in the centre. The florals will go around the outside, and when we've done that, this is what you will end up with.
Love it. Absolutely love it. A gorgeous, gorgeous card there. And I think the thing is with this collection, if you want to make it a bit more pared back, you can, Leanne. But if you do want to make it quite lush and full, then it's definitely something you can do as well. Right, we're going to look. Are you ready to see the preview? But before that, yes, so I'm going to share with you the preview. Now, the preview is a brand new concept. Leanne's about to share it with you, share the samples. It's going to be launched on Friday here on Crafters TV. It will be at 1 p.m, which will be 8. Oh, we go. 1 second. It'll be 8 a.m. This is the end of day 4, guys. This is what happens, you see. Right. So you got should we just start that all over again? I mean, I told you we weren't going to get a BAFTA for this, didn't I, Johnny, today? So I was at this morning's show. It's Stacked Easel is the new concept. There's another show to go as well with me and Leanne. Who knows what could happen? It's a Stacked Easel concept that we've got for you, and I know you're going to love it. I know how much you guys love the triple easel card. So you've got the hearts, you've got the books in here, the flowers, the circles, there's the hexagons, and you've also got the frames as well. It's a brand new concept die. I know some of you saw it in the HSN preview and loved it. Not only do you get that, you also then get a lovely stamp set in there as well. Save me, Leanne, save me. And I need to show you, because we are launching not one, are you kidding? No, 2 brand new paper pads to go with this. And these paper pads have got gorgeous die cut toppers. Now the toppers in the back are going to work perfectly as stoppers, which is going to be awesome. And you've got banners and sentiments in there as well as all, check these out. These are gorgeous. This is your full blooms paper pad that you've got here. 40 sheets in there, which is absolutely awesome. It is going to be launched, of course, here on Friday. And then we've got as well quintessentially English. Oh, yes, yes, indeedy. Look at these gorgeous toppers that you've got and wonderful sentiments. I love those ones. I think they're awesome. And then the foiling in here. Look at that. I mean, I feel like you need that in the downstairs loo of your country cottage. That's what that says to me. The loo is the toilet, by the way. You've also got, look at this, polka dot shiny. And where are they? Where are those shiny little schmetterlings? There they are, foiled butterflies. Hello. Look at that one, floral with the spotty foiling as well. So much. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper pads, Leanne. But as a concept as well, I mean, it's really awesome. It's something that we've all been very excited about for a long time, isn't it?
Thrilled that we've been able to make these work, and I'm just standing these up to show you how incredibly fantastic they look, especially when you're using them with all of those brilliant papers that they come with. A triple easel, a stacked easel, however you want to refer to it, where you've got all 3 in ever decreasing sizes so that you can do a beautiful arrangement even on the edge of your card to show off beautiful designs. Absolutely glorious. Here's another one using those lovely pads that you were just looking at there. I mean, beautiful you with that beautiful papers on there, and that gorgeous little stopper, again, all come in the paper pad. And then, of course, you've got the love hearts. I mean, there's so many for me to choose from. I don't know which one's my favourite. Here's another one. Love this. Beautiful stacked love hearts that we've got there. They look incredible. And let me tell you, quick, easy, effortless. They're incredibly
They look
easy.
they look really intricate.
They look really intricate and really difficult. Super, super, super simple. And I just show you some of the shapes that we've got here, because you don't just have to use them in that stacked way. Example. Here's an example with the frames here, where you can see we've used 2 of the medium and 1 of the large size, and look what we've been able to do with that. I mean, that is exceptional. Imagine that all decorated up. So you don't just have to use them in the ever-decreasing line, you can use them in lots of different ways. The choices are yours when you put them together. You've got this fantastic book design you can see here. We've got our amazing hexagons. If I just bring this round, and you'll see what I've done here is included so that you can have them on the side. So it comes around in a twist. Look at how fabulous that is. This is what I mean about positioning them wherever you want them. The clever way the dies have been designed are going to allow you to be able to position these in many different ways, not just in the stack front to back. I mean, look at this with the circles. Similar to what we've just done there with the hexagon, but look, you can display it in a completely different way. This could be for photographs.
I was thinking photographs was the first thing I thought when I saw them.
Photographs, amazing for sending to grandparents and people you're missing at the moment, popping 3 little photographs in there, just printing it out at home and sending it. Absolutely fantastic. I love them. You've got this lovely floral design, Joe, which is great. And I love, 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 love the tiny little mini ones there, because they make a perfect stopper. And look how fabulous that is. And then, of course, you've got the love hearts as well, which you've seen us using. I mean, they're just beautiful, Joe, and you don't want to miss this, because they're so usable and so easy, and they really do make a statement. They're very, very different.
They are absolutely awesome. Lots of people, I'm just in a bit of brief discussion with our social media superstars about what the demo of the show is. The demo of the show is flowers, is the demo of the show. That is the winner, that one. So it's going up onto the cabinet of creativity. I mean, it's going to be a tough one this week. It really is. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you write your name on it and what show it was on the back. Because Sarah also had one yesterday from this collection, and she hasn't. Imagine if you beat Sarah with her own collection.
That would be funny.
I'm going to put Sarah launch day on the back of this one as well, so we know. And it is the 18th. There
Leann,
we go.
launch party.
Right.
Is it the 19th today?
19th today, yeah. So. Yes, we'll see who is winning. You're going to have to tune in then on Second Chance Sunday to find out who wins the demo of the week. Of course, we'll vote for it. There was that one. I do like Jan's one, though, that she did yesterday in Monday Makers. I do very much like that one as well. There's no... Look at Leanne's crafty signature is on the back of there, so no mistaking whose that is. Now, Leanne, normally this is where we'd say goodbye, isn't it, on Crafters TV? This would be the end. However, not anymore, because we've got another hour with you a little later. We're opening that craft vault again. We had a very busy craft vault earlier. What can we expect from that later show in 1 hour and 1 minute's time?
Loads of things. We've got nativity. I mean, brilliant, not just for nativity, for cards of faith all the way during the year. We've got star buys, we've got bargains galore. I mean, really, just got to tune in. And more importantly, you've got our crack, Joe.
All the crack, absolutely. Can't wait for that. It's got that. The crack means the jokes, the laughter, the banter. Doesn't mean anything else. Here in the UK, at least, anyway. I hope it doesn't in the US. The amount of times we must have sworn in American and not even known, you know. I mean, thousands, probably thousands and thousands of times. It's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been exceptionally busy. Don't forget about the Signature Collection and that brand new magazine. Massive thanks to El Chivs and massive thanks to all of you at home. We'll see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.